welcome back to the fourth episode of Making a Concept Album. In the third one, we established this topic. And let me explain myself. Okay? I was messing around with this tune. I wanted a long intro. The first part of the intro is mellow, the second one is more heavy. And by changing stuff here and there, I came up with this riff, okay? And while I was recording it, for real, I felt like a presence here, or a message, something, that told me, dude, you need to tell the story about this child that lost both of his parents during a war. In the previous episode, we decided how to structure the story. Scene 1, that's the child holding a mother. Scene 2, we dive deep in his mind. Scene 3, we describe the surrounding. Scene 4, that's the conflict, which would be the instrumental section in the style of Dream Theater, something like that. And then the moments before the conflict. At the moment, I'm 5 minutes and 30 seconds deep. Yes. And I recorded a more polished version of the intro. The intro, the first scene, which will be the first verse, even though I don't know if calling verse, chorus, and shit in the context of this song is the right thing to do. And the second part, which is diving into the mind. Okay, let's talk about the intro. For the intro, I decided to have something like this. Okay, a melody, again with this sound, which is a fuzz and a rat pedal, one into the other with delay and this shimmer reverb that, in my opinion, sounds like heaven. Okay, the melody is this one. Okay, which I think is one of the reoccurring theme that I want to use in this concept album, something that all the progressive rock and metal band do in the context of this kind of album. Okay, let me go through the riff. Okay, we have the melody. Jazz player, I'm taking the theme and then I'm working on it. Okay, the bass riff is really cool with the drum, especially. I wanted to go for this percussion thing with almost a Latin feel. Don't ask me why. Something that I kept during the verse. Okay, let's go to the solo. Again, let's stay onto the solo, but the heavy part of it. Okay, what I wanted to do here was something a little bit out of my comfort zone. Okay, sometimes when I play a solo, I tend to have a chord progression underneath. This time I wanted to have a sorts of improvisation with the bass, with a distorted sound, and then I wanted to write something on top of it, almost to make it feel like a live band playing together. I know it's not the same thing, but when you're alone, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Okay, this is the section. No, that is the guitar take. That sucks. this is the bass part, okay? Basically, I wrote a basic drum pattern, then I start to improvise on top of it, and when something cool came out, I wrote the drum according to it, like this section. And also here, which is a rip-off, a rip-off from In the Name of God by Dream Theater, which is my favorite song, but oh, it sounded good, listen. Basically is that part, but I changed a little bit the riff. Great artist still, in my opinion. And then we go in the verse, okay, which is this riff, the riff that basically started this song. The sound is cool because it's just the octave fuzz, but when you turn down the volume, it starts to glitch a little. Too much. Almost gated. When most fuzzes, when you turn down the volume, you obtain a clean sound. And another cool thing that I did, when you have a double pickup guitar and a double tone control, you can close the tone on the neck pickup, as an example, and leave the bridge open, and you get this half open wah-wah sound that is really interesting. This is the bridge only. This is both. Okay, and when you close it, you got the glitch. And together they make a glitched wah sound. I added a little bit of flanger to make it even dirtier. I like this kind of weird sound. And a delay to make it sound almost like the edge. The vocal melody on top, I still need to record that because I'm figuring out lyrics, but it's something like this. I'm here alone inside a nightmare. I'm alone and scared surrounded by darkness. Okay, let me play the recorded part. I added another section to this riff, which is this. I need to figure out a better setup. That the first time after the main riff is just a moment of rest between the two sections of the verse, maybe with a melody on top, something like that. But the second time that this riff came up, I need to find some vocal on top, along the line of the same melody, not this one, maybe one that I will like more, let's say, something like that. And this is the first scene. So we have the main riff and this section. Again with the same sound. This sound would be used throughout all the song, I think, because it's interesting. I never heard something like that on guitar, to be honest. If you have heard something like that, please tell me, I'm curious. Then we go into this heavy section with stops that will connect the second scene, because here I'm going like this. Simple stop with a lot of space, because we are diving into the mind of a child. I'm picturing in my mind the child's mind, okay, as a dark room filled up with shelves, and the shelves are filled with thoughts, emotion, and I'm picturing him going around this unlimited room, almost like the time chamber in Dragon Ball. Is trying to feel all his emotion, is trying to organizing his thoughts, something like that. As a fact, here I'm going, all I see is black, all I see is that. Like if he's entering his mind, he see black because the room is dark. All I see is that is a placeholder, but all I see is something negative, okay? Something like that. And then we go to the second section, which is weird. Pretty weird, to be honest. With this upbeat bass and this drum beat, in my opinion, it feels like if someone is moving inside of a room of something, or at least it's what I'm trying to justify, okay? The riff is simple, is A and D. Okay? And then, inside of the second scene, I wrote, describe the fear for the future, and this is the section, with question like, what am I going to do, how my life is going to be, and I wanted to give that suspended feeling, that question feeling with this riff right here. Basically, he is running inside of this room. He's asking a question, and then he's trying to find the answer, going still around. And then also I wrote, remember the good feeling, the good memories of his parents. And I went for something more mellow, changing the tonality a little. Back to scene 3, which is another verse, let's say, with the same riff. I think I will make it heavier. At the moment I don't have an idea, but I'm picturing something along the same lines, but playing it heavier. Something along this line, preparing for the heavier section, because the instrumental I want to make it heavier, dissonant, like something like this. With chromatism, dissonance. ripping up from Dream Theater for this section. We can call it a day here. I was messing around with bass. We can call it a day here because it has been 3 days of shooting, thinking about how to make the video, thinking about the lyrics, the story, and the sounds. I know this is a weird vlog in the sense that it's made badly. I know. I don't care. I'm still figuring out stuff. Also, if you have suggestion on how to manage the work here, it would be super helpful. Like, man, you just need to write, record yourself doing it, and then comment the tune and throw in some clips. I think I will go along this line. So the next video I think will be again on this song because I wanna work on it. I'm feeling really inspired for this. I don't know if it's going to be lyrics and vocal performances or okay, that's the instrumental section. I don't know, but I want to work on this song until it's finished because I think I'm in the right path with this one. Also because little spoiler here, I'm talking about the effect of war on humankind. Like during a war, sometimes people get killed, sometimes, and it happened to be the parents of this child. And then I'm going to write an instrumental section that try to describe the feeling of war, something like the scene of war. Okay, and I don't know why in my head came up maybe the next song can be talking about the experience of a soldier in the battlefield, something like that. You see, instead of planning, I wanna go with the flow, like quote from Queens of Stone Age. I wanna go with the flow. Maybe something natural can came up. Okay, che sboro. Ciao.